Anthony Avila, find out a team out.
I'm just a freestyle fighter, you know, I'm not scared to stand up. I don't mind going to the ground. I like to usually get the takedown. You know, if I knock and get it and I see it, I'm going to go for it.
Obviously, I want to knock him out. I know that. He knows that. The crowd knows that. Just go in there and punch him out. If he gets caught in a submission, it's his fault.
I'm a full-time dad. You know, I have a full-time job. Fighting's, you know, I do it for fun. I love it, you know, but I take it seriously. So, yeah, I train hard. I'm ready for this. I'm ready to go.
Sergio Quinones, 9-9, fighting out of Lemoore, California. He lost 4 of his last 5 contests. He's faced the likes of Casey Olson, Brad McDonald, and Darren Crisp. He looks to get back on the winning track tonight at TPF 14. Quinones, a guy that is a 500 fighter, but 500 fighters still can be very dangerous.
He's got nothing to lose. He's coming up against a Team Alpha Male prospect. He's expected to go out there and lose. It's likely that he will, but underdogs are put in these positions for a reason. You get your day in court. Go out and try to make something of it. Everybody gets that chance to play spoiler.
You know, in mixed martial arts, records are perceived a lot different than, say, in other combat sports, especially boxing. If you lose a couple of times in boxing, your career's done. But Javi, we talk about mixed martial arts records. A guy like Randy Couture, who doesn't have a very aesthetically appealing record, is a legend of the sport. Not that Sergio Quinones is going to be a Randy Couture, but when you have a 500 record, even if you're, 18 fights into your career, you can't really write someone off as a guy that's a cakewalk.
No, not at all. The main reason is they're usually pretty calm. They got a lot of experience. They've won some, they've lost some. Generally, they don't have that pressure of maintaining a 0 at the end of their record, and they fight loose, they fight comfortable. And when you have a guy, especially a young prospect, that has that pressure on him or could potentially put that pressure on themselves, man, this guy's got nothing to lose. He could have fun, fight the way he wants to fight, and could potentially upset.
And even if he doesn't notch the upset, he probably won the Battle of Entrance music. I'm not so sure that Eye of the Tiger is a superior choice to Mercy. Probably the 2012 Summer Jam.
Yeah, I thought you were starting to dance there.
He was dancing.
Jordan Green took his tie off and was swinging it over his head. I couldn't believe it.
Swag, Javi, swag.
I think you owe him $1, actually. He needs tips.
Man, I'll give him a 5 on that one.
Anthony Avila has won 6 of his last 7 fights, including a 5-round title fight in October of last year at the Capital Fighting Championship, where he earned a unanimous decision over Sergio Cortez. Of Avila's 8 professional wins, 6 of them are by way of stoppage, including 3 submissions. So we know tonight that he's going to be offensive. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Both men weighted at 145. A slight reach advantage for Sergio Quinones, and then we talk about the experience. 18 fights for Quinones and 9 for Anthony Avila. And right there at the bottom, Team Alpha Male product, Anthony Avila. We know what Team Alpha Male usually brings: a solid wrestling base, usually a good guillotine, and a pretty solid overhand right.
Yeah, comparable striking, good guillotines, fantastic wrestlers. It almost seems like they recruit these guys. Either they recruit them or they're drawn to that team just because of the style. They figured out a good formula to develop young, very good wrestlers into outstanding MMA fighters.
It's interesting tonight. Anthony Avila is the first of the Team Alpha Male guys we're going to see. We'll also see Andre Fili later. It's interesting that both of them, even though they've got a little bit of wrestling in their background, aren't predominantly wrestlers. They're more mixed martial arts fighters who come to Team Alpha Male. So even though they can still guillotine guys and still land overhand rights, they don't necessarily have the exact same look as a Uriah Faber or a Joseph Benavidez or a Chad Mendez. Although the California Kid, the aforementioned, in the corner of Anthony Avila tonight. And in the background, the California Kid makes an appearance at the commentary booth position.
Uriah Faber in the corner tonight, like you said, of Anthony Avila. That's got to be a confidence boost for the young Team Alpha Male product.
Of course. I mean, people need to keep in mind that there have been several times that some of the Alpha Male guys have fought here, and because of fights for guys like Faber, Benavidez, or Mendez, Faber hasn't actually been able to be here to corner some of his own fighters and prospects, which has got to hurt a guy who takes his team very, very seriously.
Yep. Featherweights are in the cage. Let's get our official introduction from Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds scheduled. This in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5'8", 9 inches tall. Weighing in officially 145 3/4 pounds, he brings an even record of 9 victories and 9 defeats into the cage. Fighting out of and representing Lemoore, California, here is the Outlaw, Sergio Quinones. And next his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet, 7 1/2 inches tall. Weighing in officially 145 1/2 pounds. His record, outstanding, 8 victories, just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Sacktown, California, here is Anthony, the Shark Avila. Referee in charge, Jason McCoy.
Featherweights in the cage, referee Jason McCoy gets the assignment tonight. Tachi Palace Fights 14 in Lemoore, California. I'm TJ DeSantis, Jordan Breen, Javier Showtime Vasquez, cage sign, and we are underway. Quinones in the white, throwing some punches early. Avila sidesteps him. He wears the red trunks.
Avila almost has a karate style, almost like a Machida karate style stance, huh?
Looks very comfortable with it as well.
Good lead right hand, good left hook.
And threw exactly the kind of dash-in cross that Machida throws as well.
Very calm.
Ooh, good uppercut. His hands are very low, but he's keeping his head far away because he's leaning back a little bit towards his right leg. He's countering. He's stepping back. He's getting the guy to throw, stepping back or diving back, and then countering off of it.
Nice kick to the lead leg of Quinones.
Couple more of those and then go high.
Avila looks very comfortable, very relaxed, and he's doing a good job of countering.
It's got to be disheartening early for Quinones. I mean, he's been the aggressor and has paid for it.
Couple more of those and then set it up.
Nice uppercut, jab, rear uppercut combination by Avila. He's managing the range very nicely. He's in, he's out, he hits you, he moves. He's not staying in the same spot. I don't like how high his chin is, but aside from that, he's looking fantastic. Liver kick, that hurt him.
We've called some Avila fights in the past, Jordan. We haven't seen this level of striking from him.
No, and more, he's straight vibing. You can tell that after he lands each strike, there's a thought about how to set up the next one, what to attack with, and he's done a great job at choosing so far.
Yeah.
Quinones looks for the single leg and he gets it, but there's that arm in guillotine. Let's see if
he's
Avila
okay.
can
He's okay
finish
right
it.
now, especially if he circles to his right. Quinones should be jumping and circling hard to his right. There he goes.
Uriah Faber telling
Avila might sweep him here. Avila's gotten on his right hip. That's going to help things. There he goes. Quinones did a good job. Oh, but no,
mounted.
rolled himself right into a mount.
Let's see if he'll stay with the choke.
It's over.
Looks like it's deep. Looks like the end is
It's
near.
under his chin. No,
Oh,
he
let
lost
it go. Let it go. We'll see if he launches a ground and pound offense from now.
Couldn't tell if his hands were locked. They looked locked initially, but looked like he let it go.
Just look at the composure from Anthony Avila in a dominant position, taking his time.
Oh, he got him.
Gets rolled
It's
back, but
deep.
now that guillotine's in.
No,
No,
not
it's
yet.
a
Not
high
yet.
clearance.
Avila took an unnecessary risk right there. I would have held him down, maybe look for that submission a little bit later. He took an unnecessary risk. He could have finished the round on top or done some good damage from the mound. He chose not to do that. But I'm really impressed with his composure.
Halfway through the first frame.
He was almost about to sweep and take the back there as well.
They're going after a leg lock.
Avila looks like he's just trying things out there.
Yeah, and you can simply tell that he's just a vastly
Uh-oh,
better MMA fighter.
He's caught. He's caught.
Trying to hyperextend that leg. Avila circling, though, and making sure that he's out of danger, at least for now.
Avila's got to be careful. He can't be playing around. He could get caught in something. It looks like he's going after that guillotine repeatedly. He's leaning on the correct side. He's got his hands locked. He might be in trouble now.
The alpha male.
There he goes.
There it is. It's done. It's all over. Anthony Avila victorious first round submission win.
Good job by Anthony Avila. He looked for it several times. He rushed it a little bit, but ultimately he ended up getting it.
Honestly, this was just a live go in front of people. I mean, this was a fight where Avila was able to work things, drill things almost, and
working on his dancing now. But yeah, absolutely. We saw the kind of improvements made. Obviously, we'd like to see more of the wrestling here. The wrestling is his weak suit. That's part of why he opted to go to alpha male. But he was dedicated to that guillotine, one of the Team Alpha Male specials. And this is when you're a prospect, you're facing a guy that's 9-9, now 9-10. You want to go out and work on your skills. You identified it very quickly, TJ. Anthony Avila showed us a different look from the kind of stand-up we normally see from him. And even though he's finished by submission before, he's not normally that cutthroat, that determined to lock up a submission, let alone that submission. I mean, it seemed like he had a prop bet with Faber to finish by guillotine this evening. Nonetheless, that's what you're supposed to do when you're a prospect. Go out, work on your skills against a live opponent, do your thing, become a better fighter because of it. Even though, as Javi mentioned, Avila could have been a bit more methodical, could have taken his time a bit more and not sacrificed position. He did exactly what he had to do in the stand-up to land clean, damaging strikes, and knew exactly how to get rid of his opponent on the ground, even if he